Lori. I'm here with Coaster Chit Chat, and we have Lora Ivanova, the founder and creator of ScareLA, here with us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coaster Chit Chat.
So, how are you today?
Doing great. Thank you for being here.
All right. I'd like to start with the honor that the City of Los Angeles recently bestowed upon ScareLA and upon you. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. It was just such a nice gesture and surprise. We got recognized by the Councilman Price, as well as the LA City Council, who declared August 5th as the Los Angeles, and it is really a tremendous honor. It really makes us officially welcome back to the heart of Los Angeles, downtown LA, here in the LA Convention Center, and is a true testament to the fact that our community here and our very diverse and eclectic group is really genuinely belonging to the city of Los Angeles, and we are just part of what makes the city great.
Great, I totally agree with that too. Last time I spoke with you was well before the event, and you were really excited about the fact that you were coming back to Los Angeles, and you talked about how the showroom floor was going to be a place where people could learn and grow and play and work together and just be together instead of the classrooms being separate little areas with closed doors. How do you feel that that's worked out?
I think it's actually been great. I mean, it hasn't worked for every type of program completely, but what really it did is really kind of open up the opportunity for people to not only sit down and take a class, but actually walk by and just stumble upon something that maybe they didn't realize would interest them, but they now discovered. So we actually saw a huge upsurge in class registrations on Sunday. Because people, I think, really were excited to kind of discover things, and they came back and got a ticket for the second day because they actually wanted to try out some of the classes they were seeing people take on the first day. The movement area, which is brand new to us this year, worked out tremendously well. I was just, my office is right above the show floor, and I could see from above like groups of 20 to 30 people practicing how to zombie horde together. So just kind of doing these weird walks and growling and crawling, and it really brought the physicality of Halloween out, the monsterness of it all to life in a way that I think we weren't able to do before in the little classroom. So from making this more immersive, we opened a couple of our stages as well on the show floor. I think it really made it really all-encompassing in a way that we've never been able to do before.
Great, awesome. The thing that I did notice that was different, I think, a little bit about this year than last year was the fact that most of the major parks chose not to come. But I don't know that that really took away from what you're trying to achieve.
It's really not about... what we're doing is we're trying to recreate our programming every year. So even though I think in the original few years of ScareLA we had a lot of theme park presence, it's not something that we want to continue to do every year. So we've actually reached out a lot farther this year. We have Walking Dead, the game here showcasing the ScareLA stage. We have Universal is back, of course. They did a major reveal here with us. And as far as big theme parks,
that was a big reveal too.
A big one. So what we really did this year is we really said we don't want to do the same 5 theme park presentations every year. This is really the wrong way for a convention to go about engaging a new audience. We wanted to really take the highlights of the theme park world, but also combine them with the highlights from the gaming world, from the television world, from the theater world, from the Renaissance Fair world. Every presentation you see here at ScareLA is a different theme and a different industry and a different topic. And while I want to respect our roots and want to make sure that this continues to be part of our history moving forward, it was very important that we don't get stuck in a formulaic structure that really prevents us from growing, and it prevents us from doing service to our fans by exposing them to new things.
Awesome. Where do you see ScareLA going next year? What should we look for?
ScareLA is only going to continue to get bigger, better, and badder. I think this really scratches the surface of where I see the show going in terms of the level of immersiveness, in terms of the level of diverse content that we can showcase, in terms of engaging our local community, from do-it-yourself home hunters to the big studios and major studios like Warner Brothers, who are really dipping their toe into kind of this horror genre world of conventions. So they're here with 2 major attractions, the VR experience, and Annabelle. So I think this really is a big expansion for us beyond kind of the history of the con into new territory and to really embracing and drawing in a much bigger community than we've ever done before.
And I think so too. And that was my personal experience too.
All
I
of it is a
enjoyed
choice.
the.
I mean, it's curation for something like this. It's really important.
Yeah.
It's very easy to say, well, let's have the same 5 people come back and do the same presentations about their new seasons. But as a fan, I'm a fan first and foremost. I want to find out things that I didn't know about, and if I don't want to have the same 5 experiences 5 years in a row. And year 5 was really important to be extremely diverse and broad. And so these decisions, each one of them has been very carefully made, just to make sure that we are reinventing, growing, and continuing to surprise our audience in the scariest way possible.
and I would like to thank you because that's what my experience was. Is there anything else you would like to share with our fans who are they're amusement park people largely, but they're also